Hi, I'm Sandy Maxx, host of the Arts Page. In this web exclusive, we asked Milwaukee native and Pulitzer Prize-winning playwright Akhtar about when he considers a work to be finished.
It's hard to know when something is done. I actually don't tend to know, it sometimes takes me 3 productions to finish a play. Disgraced was up in Chicago. I rewrote it for New York, and then I rewrote it again for Broadway. So that was, and at that point, I rewrote it for London, and then after London for Broadway, and between New York and London, it had won the Pulitzer. And there was some odd article in the New York Times about how I was rewriting this play that had won a Pulitzer, which was very unusual. To which my response was, I didn't give it a Pulitzer, so why should I stop rewriting it if I think there needs to be work done on it? So, at the end of the day, you sort of get to the, it had its Broadway production, and I'm not involved in its life anymore. I might continue to tweak, but I've moved on to other things. So I guess I would say whenever you lose interest is when it's finished, because the theater is a living thing, and it's not the great producer writers Brecht or Moliere or Shakespeare. I mean, they were rewriting their plays constantly. There was no sense of completion. Brecht was reworking a play because of the news that day that was happening outside the theater and working it into the play, and that's the nature of the form. It's not unlike the sort of codified structure that we have in the American theater, where the writer writes this text and then the actors and the director treat it as this holy object that they've got to reenact. It's not really the nature of the form. The nature of the form is much, much more fluid and much more about the present and the connection with the audience.